A month remains and the people of Delhi have cast their they are going to be casting their mandate on 5th of February. The BJP has now released its manifesto. The Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal has taken a jibe at Prime Minister Narendra Modi after BJP released its Delhi election manifesto. He said that BJP should admit that freebies are not harmful to the country but are God's blessings. This comes after BJP National President JP Nadda released the party's election manifesto for Delhi elections. He has promised 2,500 rupees monthly aid for women, LPG cylinders at 500 rupees and 2,500 rupees pension for senior citizens. He has also assured all existing public welfare schemes in Delhi will continue if the BJP is voted to power. At a time when politics is already raging over the Delhi hoax bomb threats, the sewage crisis, the voter list war, this is the latest flashpoint between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's start our conversation. On the telecast with me is Jasmine Sandawalia, BJP spokesperson. Jasmine, today JP Nadda has released the BJP Sankalp Patra, the manifesto, and key points in the manifesto is the promise of giving 2,500 monthly aid to women, 21,000 aid to pregnant women. So this is a manifesto that is primarily focusing on women of Delhi. Do you think they are the game changers? Their vote will help BJP win the election? Okay, my question here to Arnab Maitra, is the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. Mr. Maitra, how do you view the freebie scheme game that has been the flavor of elections throughout in our country, and again BJP over here in its manifesto is promising aid to women, to pregnant women. Aam Aadmi Party also talking about how it has cut down the bus fares prices. They are asking the central government to cut down metro fares. Do you think this is going to attract the voters for Aam Aadmi Party when the decision is to be taken by the citizens of Delhi to decide which party is going to win?
Whatever promised by Arvind Kejriwal ji and Aam Aadmi Party is for the welfare of the people. The people is already very much disturbed with the inflation that the country is already having. So Arvind Kejriwal is the one who is trying to save some penny in the middle class people's account. So this is what we have declared. Now, coming to BJP's manifesto, it is a Jumla festo. You can call it a Jumla festo. The former national president, Amit Shah ji of Bharatiya Jumla Party, stated this openly that these are Chunavi Jumlas, means fake promises made during the polls. So you cannot trust in any one of them. Let me tell you, they have promised free electricity of 300 units in Orissa. But the Deputy Chief Minister of Orissa said nothing doing. They promised 50,000 rupees for 2 years. But now they are telling, no, it's for 50,000 rupees for 5 years, which merely comes down to 833 rupees per month to every woman, which is a deceivement. They promised tablets in the election for the students, but now the students have been delivered with torn clothes, torn uniforms. Let's come to Maharashtra. They have promised 2,100 per month. Instead, now they have slashed it to 1,500 per month. There was a promise of reduction of 30% in the electricity charges, but there is no such announcement as of yet. No farmer have been waived off of their loan as promised by the Bharatiya Jumla Party during Maharashtra election.
BJP is also talking about BJP today. JP Nadda has said that you had promised money to be put in the accounts of women in Punjab and in Delhi, but you have not done so.
Whatever we have promised, even in Punjab, if you see people are getting free electricity, whatever has been promised will be delivered in the term of 5 years. But there should be an intent, there should be a starting point. But BJP is not showing any intent to deliver anything.
Jasmine Sandawalia, how do you have to react to this? BJP today has promised 2,500 rupees monthly aid to women, 21,000 rupees to pregnant women. Do you think women are the factor that will work in favor of BJP this time around? Will they vote for BJP and thereby help BJP win the election?
Not a single
I'm
woman
asking this
of
to
Delhi is going
Jasmine
to believe
Sandawalia.
on this.
The question is for Jasmine. I have with me Daniel Francis. He's a political analyst. Daniel, what do you make of the current scheme of things? There are, the manifesto has been released. There are promises of schemes. There are promises of freebies being distributed. We have seen in the past, Aam Aadmi Party has been able to win elections because of the freebies that they announced and promised. Do you think the same formula could work for BJP as well?
I think
Daniel, before you answer, can I ask you to just tilt your screen because you will not be visible on our channel otherwise. Yes, go ahead.
I think voters have to make a choice that who do they believe will be able to deliver for them in Delhi. Who is a more believable party, who is a more credible party that can keep these promises. Objectively speaking, poll promises, most of them are not kept, and all parties are complicit in promising the world and not being able to deliver on it. But that doesn't mean that the voters of the city or the country lose absolute faith in them. I need to see whether the kind of promises that Arvind Kejriwal at the end of his long tenure has made, whether it stands credible in the eyes of the people of Delhi, or do they think that it was wrong to give? Voters are giving a long rope to governments now. They are voting governments successively 2 terms, 3 terms, and giving enough time for them to deliver. I think in front of people of Delhi, they've seen that after a long time that they gave Kejriwal, there's no transformation as such, some serious transformation on the ground. Kejriwal's credibility is at the lowest point in his political career. Yeah, he does have a base in Delhi. I don't disagree, but whether people of Delhi will go for change and feel that after the Maharashtra and Haryana election, BJP has also emerged as a very credible option to Aam Aadmi Party in the state.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll have to see that. We'll have to see that. Coming back to you, Arnab, when we take a look at your Aam Aadmi Party's performance in the last term when the elections took place, I think you ended up winning 63 of the seats out of 70. And previously, before that, you ended up winning 67. There's a slight gap over there. The number of seats that you won the last time around were lesser than the ones that you won last time around. Now, could there be a possibility of anti-incumbency, and could there be a possibility that you end up losing more seats than the last time around?
Look, Aam Aadmi Party is going to form a government, a stable government in Delhi in the upcoming assembly elections. Seats might get differ 2 to 3%. I don't want to comment on that, but let me tell you one thing. Regarding the credibility of Arvind Kejriwal, today if you look at the BJP's manifesto, it is completely a replica of Arvind Kejriwal's manifesto. Even the Bharatiya Jumla Party has agreed that there are certain welfare schemes that have been run by Arvind Kejriwal for the benefit of the people of Delhi, and they will continue on this. And till yesterday, if you remember, all the BJP supporters, leaders, spokespersons were telling free ki reverie is destroying the country. But today, if you look at the manifesto of the Bharatiya Jumla Party, you will easily find that now they are trying to give a message ki no, free ka reverie is good. We just want one thing. Ask the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to come up in rallies in Delhi and openly declare that now he agrees he was wrong. Initially, he was completely wrong, and now he agrees that free ki reverie is a blessing to every Indian, and people will get benefited from this. So whatever Arvind Kejriwal is promising, BJP's manifesto is just a replica. So this is the credibility of Arvind Kejriwal.
Okay. Jasmine Sandawalia has joined me. Let's hope that connection is fine. Fair enough. Jasmine Sandawalia, how do you have to react to what The Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson is saying that your manifesto is just a replica of the schemes that have been launched by Aam Aadmi Party through the 5 years.
No, I totally disagree with him that it's a replica copy of the Aam Aadmi Party. Our manifesto has been thoroughly considered. We have brought in a lot of social welfare schemes for women who constitute a very, very large segment of the Indian population, who have always been sidelined by nearly for 7 decades by the Congress. So it was the BJP which got in the 33% reservation, and we have a complete sensitivity towards our women voters. And the reason that we have come up with the 21,000 package for pregnant women, 200 and 2,500 for women, and at the same time we've had the political gumption and consideration to say that we will continue every scheme which is being implemented by AAP. And we will not scuttle anything. We have got in pension for the older people. We have gotten, we are saying that we will be giving 10 lakh rupees to the older generation for medical treatment. And if you notice that the AAP has not been very sensitive to its disadvantaged citizens, for the Ayushman scheme, the health scheme has not been implemented in Delhi on one pretext or the other. And we have promised that in the first cabinet meeting itself, if brought to power, we will pass that. And all schemes have been tailored for the needs and aspirations of the citizenry of Delhi.
Okay, all right. I'm going to come back to you, Daniel. And there have been 2 points that have been raised today by the Aam Aadmi Party. First, what they've done is they've announced that they are going to make bus fares for the students in Delhi. The students in Delhi will not have to pay the bus fares. So the travel on buses will be free of cost. The other thing they have raised is they have demanded that the metro train service, the fares should be slashed to half. Does this make sense when we are wanting to build an efficient infrastructure in the national capital, when the rates of bus fares as well as metro fares are highly subsidized? Who is this benefiting?
It only benefits the parties that make these promises and come to power. There's absolutely no logic in how they will govern, who will pay for all these things. The only thing that is there before all political parties, and I would like to say all, because all of them make those choices. Nobody has the bold choices to make that we will prefer good governance, good economy of the state over populist schemes. But populist schemes have become such a big part of Indian politics and Indian electoral system. It's like an addiction that we can't get rid of. But this addiction will cost the economy and the states a lot more than what we did. A kind of upstartness and the kind of disruption that Kejriwal brought in Indian politics with this kind of, you call it doles or direct benefits and populist schemes. Most states started replicating it, and it became like a pandemic in the whole country. I feel concerned as a citizen and as a political analyst that how will we be able to pay for all these things? Today we are only discussing that which party will get the kind of votes and the kind of supports based on the basis of the promises they have made. But I really hope that someday there is some consensus amongst political parties of how they want to govern us.
Okay. Coming back to you, Arnab, what is it that you are envisaging for the people of Delhi if you were to come to power?
Sorry, I could not hear you. Come again, please.
What is the plan, policy of the Aam Aadmi Party if you come to power this time around?
Look, as our leader has already given out the guarantees, we call it Arvind Kejriwal ki guarantee because they never fail. Be it Mahila Yojana, Mahila Samman Yojana, be it Sanjeevani Yojana for the elderly people, each and everyone, be it for the auto and taxi drivers, a help of 1 lakh for their daughter's marriage, 10 lakh life insurance cover, 5 lakh accidental insurance cover, and many more. For the Dalit, we have offered B.R. Ambedkar scheme where we will fund their higher education in foreign universities. So basically now today we know that Arvind Kejriwal has announced that we have something for students as well. The male students who are going to college, going to tuitions, it costs them a lot of money in buses and metros. So bus is in our hands, so we have waived it off. No further fare we'll have to pay for the male
But
students
the
as
bus
well.
fares, I
Just
just don't understand.
But in the
I
case
just
of
don't
metro,
understand.
we are
Arnab,
appealing
bus
to the
fares are what,
Honorable
30
Prime Minister.
rupees, 40 rupees. If you're going to slash it to 20 rupees, I don't understand. Are you saying the students in our in Delhi are not even able to afford 20 rupees bus fare? And again, the question: if you're slashing the funds when it comes to building transport infrastructure in the city, you are demanding that the central government also do so, follow your lead and cut and slash metro fares. How are you going to build a strong transport infrastructure?
Look, for becoming a developed country, education should be prioritized at whatever cost it might be. That is why we put 25% of our annual budget in education. Now, for whom we are calling out for? For the students. Now, I'm not telling that we are not telling that the students won't be able to afford, but in certain cases, we find that students from very poor family can't even afford their transportation, and that is why they have to leave their studies back. For those we over here that don't leave your studies, you have to learn
Jasmine,
so
how
that
do
you
you have
can
to?
take India
Jasmine, what do you have to
forward.
say? Do you think it makes sense? It is a
very
judicious
loop-sided
call.
logic. It's a very loop-sided logic. I really don't understand that Mr. Kejriwal, who himself is a very educated man and worked in the revenue services, is coming up with such what should I say? Such stupid logics that students in Delhi cannot afford 20 rupees to bus it to the university or to their college or schools. It would be rather nicer if the infrastructure and the buses and the infrastructure in Delhi improves, and the students are given some other benefits which really help them grow in their educational field. I don't think so. This is just a very whimsical kind of a consideration. This is really a very stupid and illogical freebie which he's touting, and I think he's lost the plot, and he's basically trying to appease as many people as he can.
Okay, Joyita, coming to you. Joyita, coming to you.
Spare me
And I
10
also
seconds.
want. He was
Spare me
saying
10
that
seconds, ma'am.
Kejriwal ki guarantee. Now, when he says that Kejriwal ki guarantee, I only want to take 10 seconds of your time on your show, and that is that I live in Punjab. Mr. Kejriwal, holier than thou, supremo of the Aam Aadmi Party, had come to Punjab and in his manifesto with grand style had announced that every woman in Punjab will get 1,000 rupees. Sir, it is 3 years. We are still waiting for that promise to get translated.
Okay.
So let's not say that
You will get
Kejriwal
it
ki guarantee
translated before
translates
our
into
term.
practice.
Before
Okay.
our term ends, you will get it translated. But just 10 seconds. She called out it as a stupidity, act of stupidity. But in a country where the Prime Minister proudly says that 80 crore people of this country needs free ration, 20 rupees does matter, ma'am. 20 rupees does matter.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
about Adani or
Okay,
Ambani.
all right.
whose
All right.
friends we buy
What do
it
you
in the
have to say,
parties.
Joyita, about a number of, at this point in time, promises that have been released in the manifesto by the BJP? They are primarily targeted towards women. There have been a number of schemes and welfare projects that have been announced by Aam Aadmi Party as well when it comes to women of the state. Do you think this will help the parties in gaining momentum and getting votes of women in Delhi?
Well, when you look at it, what we are looking at it is basically competitive populism, competitive reverie culture, simple as that. Even though the Prime Minister himself has come out and talked against reverie culture, BJP has gone down the same path. But then again, when the Aam Aadmi Party, this is the problem, this is the problem when one party is going to announce freebies like that, the other parties will also have to do that. Now, but having said that, is it good for the economic health? We do not know. We will come up. Karnataka is almost bankrupt. These freebies, even actually what we are talking about, the bus fares and all, bus fares have literally bankrupted Karnataka because they have killed their certain industries. Now, having said that, let's not forget women have become a huge vote bank. We have seen that in Maharashtra, we have seen that in Jharkhand. So, wherever this money, we have seen it in Karnataka as well. wherever these, it's in there in West Bengal as well. So, wherever these schemes have been announced, the money for women and all, women tend to vote for these parties, especially the incumbent governments, as we have seen in Maharashtra, Jharkhand and not Maharashtra, of course I am talking about Jharkhand and West Bengal, they go and vote for them in hordes, all right. So, the problem is that while it's at one level it is good that parties are looking beyond caste and community and targeting, looking at women as a vote bank, but whether it is good for the health of the economy, well, the jury is out on that.
Okay. Okay, on that note, I'm out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast and sharing your views. Thanks for watching NewsX.